Well, hello, VW Lifers. Check it out. I'm driving a Volkswagen. Oh, it's a fast one, too. Look at that. Number 984. I'm driving the Fahrenheit. Welcome to our VW Life Summer Shop Series. Today, we're going out to the Duke's James Garcia's shop. So this is episode 2 in our Summer Shop Series. I hope you guys will like it. James got a sweet little shop. Got a couple of Volkswagens out there. So stay with us today. We're gonna have some fun and go see what James has in store for us. And driving the Fahrenheit, guess what? We'll get there super fast because it has S for sport, and I just figured that out not too long ago. This is a brand new car to me. It's a 07, what they call a Mark V GTI. I had a Mark 1 GTI a long time ago. This one's like, look, it goes 180. See? Oh, and it's a Volkswagen because it has the old check engine light on. Low miles though, that's why I got it. All right, stick with us because it's gonna be fun on our Summer Shop Series episode 2. We're walking out to James's shop, and guess what we're talking about? The heat. Because it is HOT. But James got a great spot here on out here in Liberty Hill. Walking. Well, here we are at James's shop. It's looking pretty good. You got some. You've got more stuff done since I've been out here. I don't think you had the walls done last time.
I don't remember.
I don't think you had.
I don't remember when the last time was ready.
Yeah. You got some fuchsias over there.
Some nice wall art.
Yeah, that's some expensive wall art right there.
Those are gonna go on the bug when I get going on. Once I finish the base.
This is Jacqueline, like J.A., like Jacqueline.
Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy.
Oh, yeah. Jacqueline.
The original owner of this.
Her name was Jacqueline.
Her name was Jacqueline.
So this is a 69.
69, yes.
It's really solid too, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
James drives this too. You seen
this one's fun to drive. Just because everything's there and everything works.
You think it's been repainted?
Yes, it has one time.
But it was original pearl white.
It's close to the original color.
Oh yeah, you can see on the the rubber on the.
Yeah, they painted the rubber and everything.
Good Lord!
You can see right here in the door. See, look, here's some old oil change stickers.
Awesome. Kendall Motor Oils. You got the Exxon.
But that's the original color.
Yeah. That is cool right there.
Probably the original engine.
Little single port.
It just starts and runs and.
I used to run a generator too, huh?
Yeah, everything's there and it works. So just leave it alone.
Yeah, as long as it's running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at that AC at one time, huh?
Yeah, I still have all the components for the AC.
Yeah. That's all. Look, if you got everything in place, 10 preheat. This thing will just gin forever.
Yep.
I mean, it really will.
Mm-hmm.
All right, James, tell us about your shop.
Well, it's still a work in progress, like always, but
yeah,
it gets the job done. It's a little over 700 square feet.
So it's 30 by 20 or something?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
30 by 25?
Yeah, about. And
was it here or did you have it built?
It was here when I moved in. Otherwise, I would have probably gone bigger. You can never.
Oh yeah.
You never have enough room.
Right. That goes without saying.
And before I moved in, I did the floors because I knew once I moved stuff in.
So this is that that spackling stuff you put down, right?
I paid someone to do it just because.
Just to do it right.
I wanted it done right.
So it wouldn't lift, because you always hear about it lifting.
And it's very durable.
Yeah.
I dragged the floor jack on it. You see I had the bus on dollies. I rolled that around, and it hasn't done any damage at all.
So you're feeling pretty good about that. So you have 2 doors, actually.
Yes, this one's a smaller one here.
Okay. So it's definitely easily a two bays for sure, right?
Yeah.
I would say.
You can easily fit.
You got room for more cars.
Yeah, I've stacked them nose to tail.
Right.
So I could fit 4.
But what I like, but if you need to, so this could be if you're working at your work bay, this is your area right here, right?
This is my area when it's clean.
Yeah.
Like now, this is pretty clean for.
Yeah, I want y'all to see, look at James' shop. Look at this. Look, this is like immaculate.
It's dusty.
It's dusty. He says it's dusty. Oh my gosh, it's dusty. Yeah, it's awesome. So James is also an automotive technician by trade, so he's got a big, nice cabinet. And you like these cabinets, right?
I do. Yeah.
These are the ones from
Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight, the Icon brand.
Mm-hmm. I was going to actually work out of this one, but nowadays most dealerships want everything to match, so they supply you with a toolbox to use while you work there. That's why I have this one here.
So it's stainless on the top. Got the plugs there. I like that. Very, very, very nice.
Gotta stay organized.
Yeah. Now, did you build these cabinets?
This portion here.
Yeah.
I found those on Craigslist years ago. I had them in my other house.
Yeah. If y'all remember, we went to James's How to Restore Your VW when he first finished Shinola. We went to James's other house.
Well, I was still working on it.
Yo, you
didn't
were
have
working.
the interior.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we kind of tried it. Hey, we had a breeze or a ghost, one or the other. But so yes, so James was living in a neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Now he lives out with some space. How many acres?
2.5.
2.5 acres. So he's got some space here now. Good, an awesome shop. Which it's really not hot in here.
It's not, especially when I open the window, get the fan going. I got another fan there.
So it's definitely insulated, right?
Yes.
You can see the ceiling.
Yes. And you can see a wire sticking up over there.
Yeah.
I pre-wired. I'm going to take it up there and put a ceiling fan. I
Oh.
just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
And I pre-wired over there.
So did you run
for? I want to put like a neon light there or something.
Yeah. Okay. So was it wired in here when you came in?
Yeah. It was all the electrical,
fixtures.
what was there? It had electrical on these walls, these 2 walls.
Yeah.
And I carried it over.
To
added
put
a bunch
more
of outlets on
Okay.
that side as well.
So, and notice where his outlets are like at 4 feet level, not down on the ground. Always a smart move there. That's a good thing. And it's got its own power source out here, right?
Yep.
Does that have 220 out here?
Not yet.
Not
yet.
220, 221, whatever gets the job done.
When I upgrade my welder is when.
Yeah, that's when you'll do that. Oh yeah, the old bungee.
There you go.
Wow. Well, it's a great place to work. I mean, I know you love it.
Then I got this is my dirty spot over here.
All right, so that's where. Oh, so that says.
This is where I do my grinding, drilling.
Okay.
There's my vise over there to do the dirty stuff.
And your brake that you use for your license plate business
stuff. Yeah.
So that's a big thing I'm having an issue with is the dirty area because it just makes your whole shop.
That's what adds a lot of the dust.
It does. And I'm thinking about like putting a lean-to on the outside and moving like the parts washer over there and the grinder and a vise out there too for cutting and stuff, just because
it'd be nice to have a workbench outside too.
Yeah.
Just for like grinding.
Yes. When I'm out there, whatever it is, because I mean, obviously you're working here. Shinola's not sitting here. So.
No.
James, there's bugs on Shinola.
That's from
June bug, huh?
June bug.
June bug got Shinola has June bugs on it. So just a cabinet for just most of like. But what I like mostly about it here, James, this is a working place. I mean, you don't have a lot of storage of like stuff in here, right? I mean,
I'm
like
kind of
parts and things.
A jack of all trades. One day I'll be working on Volkswagen buses.
And
another day I'll be working on bicycles.
So is this your newest invention right here?
Yeah. And then some days I'll be working on a welding project.
Yeah.
Or a wood project. So I just like to keep everything in its own little section, like that dirty section over there.
Right.
Keep tools and stuff specifically for around the yard or around the house.
Right. Yeah, where's all your yard implements and stuff like that?
A lot of it I keep in the other garage in the house.
Oh, like the tractor and all that?
That's over here on
the lean-to,
on the lean over here.
Okay.
And then like I got my welder in here.
Okay.
Grinders and stuff are over there.
Ropes are right there if you need any ropes. Know what James does with the ropes? I don't think I want to know.
And then organization right here.
Chemical. Look at all that. Wow.
All my paints and stuff.
Excellent.
And then
I like that.
Dirty stuff in here, like my grease and stuff. And then right next to it, I have car cleaning stuff.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
All right, the guys at Topdon sent us the TB6000 Pro, and this is a battery charger, tender, tester. It does everything. It tells you a little bit about what's going on with your battery and whatnot. They had sent us a battery jumpstart, and we did a little review for that a couple weeks ago, and then we also at the June Bug Rally we used it to jumpstart a car that kept dying. Guy had a brand new battery and a brand new alternator because he had some charging problems, but apparently the alternator or some break within something wasn't charging, so the car was just running off the battery until it couldn't run anymore, and he couldn't get this started. So we were using it all day long, just jumping him off here and there wherever he turned the car off, and then figured out he couldn't turn it back on. But man, that little thing was a gem. It was awesome. It kicked on as soon as there's like a little boost button. So you hook it up, you can hear the fan kick in a little bit, then you hit the boost button, it goes woo, and it jumps up really quick. But that thing was pretty awesome. So Topdon sent us this to try out. And basically what it is, it's just a tender, it's a tester. It does a ton of things. I was messing with it earlier just to see how it worked. But you plug it in. As soon as you hook it up to the battery, it tells you what your voltage is on the battery. So like right now, my battery is just running at 12.1 volts. 12.1 volts. And it's set to 12 volt normal. There's a bunch of different settings that'll even do 6 volt, but I'm on 12 volt normal. So now it's running. So in the beginning, as it counts down this scale, I'll tell you what it does. So it checks the battery's initial state, voltage state, and charge and state of health to ensure the stability of the battery before it even starts charging. Then when it's in stage 2, it's going to charge the battery with pulse current to break down the sulfates that have built up over time for aging batteries to extend the life, which is pretty neat, I guess. I'm just reading off of here. I'll give you like a screenshot of this. When it's in stage 3, it's charging the battery with low current to prepare for high current charging. Then when it moves over to stage 4, it's charged the battery with 3 stages of constant current to gradually rise to optimizing charging, which is what we're in right now. We're in stage 4, and we've moved up to 4.6 amps. Slowly charging. We're at 13.1 volts at this point. Then when it moves over to stage 5, it will charge the battery with the preset current until it reaches 80% life. And then it'll trickle charges from 80% all the way up. Once it hits 80%, over 80%, it'll just trickle charge until it reaches 90% full capacity. And then it keeps that voltage at a preset value until the charging current drops below 12.5% of the maximum value, and then it keeps charging until it's at 95%. So then after that, it goes to stage 8, and then it keeps the maximum current until the battery is charged to 100%. During so it checks the voltage is lower than preset value, if so it returns back to 8 and then charges it back to 100%, and it just keeps monitoring. That is trickle charging. And so my battery, I guess, is pretty good. It's jumped to 90 immediately. I'm at 14. So we're staying at 8 amps trickling in to my battery, which is great. Doesn't need a high voltage input. So it's just staying at 8 amps, trying to keep it at 90+% long-term charged. So we'll check back in with it a little later, see if it's moved. But we're at 12.6 volts, trickling in 8 amps, and at 90% charged. So another thing, as we sit here and mess with this Topdon battery charger, tender, tester, whole 9 yards, we do have some giveaway updates from a few videos back. We were trying to give away a bunch of stuff. James Clark in Florida is getting a super clean package. So I'm gonna add a little bit in here because I found that James Clark and his son, James and Finn, his son is 13 years old, or was 13 years old when they worked on this 62, this awesome looking 62 that they ended up trading for this bus. I didn't get any more pictures of the bus, but the inside looks great. And if it looks anything like that 62 that I just showed you, they did a great job on that, and it's cool that they have that. James, send me some more pictures. I'll make sure I get some up. I wanted to just make sure I added that to this clip. Thanks, guys. And so is Sean Dunleavy. He's in Vermont. I got Super Clean to send those two guys a package. There should be just like the package that I got that has a squirt bottle and a bunch of other stuff. So Super Clean was super cool to step in and help us out with that. And then Troy Kalig is going to get the Pertronics coil and a t-shirt that goes with that Pertronics coil, and this was to help him get his rear and gear and working on his 70 Volkswagen. So we need to get some updates on that. We always like to see you guys get busy. I know we act like we do a lot. We don't always do as much as we'd like to do. We've been trying to work on this fastback every Monday. We don't always get around to that. So get out there, work on your Volkswagens, have a good time. Check us out on All Metric Garage for any t-shirts that you guys may want. There's a little bit of proceeds that goes to help us out. To try to get more stuff, to be able to give away more stuff. We're always doing the best that we can for you guys, whether it's content, whether it's giving away stuff. I personally enjoy giving away stuff. So do whatever you can to keep this ball rolling, and that usually comes from statements below, thumbs up, likes, just watching. Even if you like walk away from the video, leave it playing, because it actually helps us if the person watches the entire video. That's always super helpful to us too. I don't know if you know how YouTube works, but the more that we get you guys liking this stuff, and the more people that we get the views, the more stuff that then happen, and the more we can give back to the community. We do our best to give as much as we can back to the community, like having our VW Harvest Show as free as possible. I don't know if you know, if you've ever seen that video, or if you've ever been to the Harvest, you know, it's like free to enter. We try to give away free food. It's free swap. It's just a show with the best swap meet possibly for the lowest dollar amount, and all those proceeds go back to the Kiwanis boys, and that way that they can get they can give back to the community in that way. That's how we help the community out. That's not Volkswagen related, but Volkswagen related, we try to give away as much as possible because it makes us feel good to do what we can for the community. And of course you have people like Gary and run around and help people out and get their cars started. Martin's super helpful when it comes to artwork and helping people out get their stuff up. So those boys are amazing, and I'm happy to be part of everything, and I'm proud to call those guys my friends. So Topdon is still trickling at 8 amps in. We're just at 90% on the battery, so we're barely 5 or 10 minutes in on this bad boy. We'll let her keep going, and we'll check back in a little later.
Stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
So James experienced something like I experienced with flash rusting of some of your tools.
Right.
Okay.
And every time after a heavy rain right here in this area, I'd get a puddle of water. And I guess with the moisture in the shop, and as it just flash rust everything that was bare metal. I've had to go through all my tools and go over them with a Scotch-Brite pad and wipe them down with automatic transmission fluid.
So was it something that you have like a reoccurring event?
Yeah. It was happening a lot.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
So I got up on the roof.
Oh, I see.
And I changed out all the screws up there. You see that this is an old building, so it has all the screws with rubber washers on them. So I bought all new screws with rubber washers, and I got up there and I replaced everyone, all the seams up there, and everything.
There must be a lot.
Oh yeah.
You just have like your drill.
Look, you can still see them.
Some of the rubber washers, huh?
And
yeah.
all the seams, I siliconed them all up. I put the gutters on. And one day when it was raining really, really hard, I just sat out here, and where it was coming from, most houses when they build them, there'll be like a little
Yeah.
drop
There's a,
there.
yeah.
Well, with the water coming in and hitting here and puddling up, it was coming underneath.
It wasn't your
the door.
It was not your ceiling.
It wasn't the roof.
So you had fun with all that. Well, you got new washers up there.
So yeah. So what I did was I put towels down here when I had the door closed, and sure that it stopped. Water stopped coming in.
Oh, I'll be yes.
So I bought
Ooh.
this off of Amazon, which is.
Oh, is that going to go on the bottom of your door?
It goes on the floor here.
Oh, it's like a you lay it down flat.
You lay it down flat and you glue it down. It's got
just
a
enough
hump,
a hump.
And the door sits right here.
Okay,
So that the water doesn't come in.
So this is the
And
outside.
that faces out.
Oh, be damn! And is it specifically made for that?
That's what it's made for.
Wow.
I
Okay.
just need to let it set out in the sun, and
Yeah, let's it all nice. So,
nice and
but is
flat.
it doing it on that side too, or just this one?
it's doing it on both sides.
I'll be damn.
So I need to.
Yeah, because most times you have it's smooth and it steps up maybe an inch, which is a pain in the ass.
When you're trying to push a car in.
Yeah, or your floor jack. Yep.
But it serves a purpose.
Yeah. So now James is going to come up with a solution. He's got some good caulk and that kit, and hopefully that's going to do the trick. I'll be damned. So you think then the having moisture in here then somehow caused the tools to,
It caused the tools to.
like
it.
you had a
can
high
actually-
humidity situation.
Yes, and you can actually see where all this is flash rusted. Where you
Yeah.
don't, it'll do it, but not as fast as it was doing it in here. Mm-hmm. So before I start doing my body filler stuff, I'm gonna have to go over this and knock all that rust off.
As long as it didn't get on your fuchsias.
They need to be polished.
Holy cow. Well, there you have it. See, you never know. You learn something ever new every day. So that's kind of one of those things. Because I had that flash rust, but I didn't have a leak. I think my deal, I've only had it happen once. But I walked in, I'm like, what the heck? I think I yelled at Jake. Jake! What did you do?
See, that's what I've been. I just had this handy right here.
And that was your setup.
That's soaked in transmission fluid. Those.
So why tranny fluid?
And here's
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, that's.
It says power steering fluid, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
actually
transmission fluid, yeah.
transmit automatic.
So
transmission
why use transmission fluid, not like WD-40 or something?
I actually talked to a guy that's a gunsmith, and what he does is he coats everything with a mixture that he has of automatic transmission fluid and Marvel Mystery Oil.
Oh.
And he coats. He does a lot of like antique guns and stuff like that, stuff that's in storage for extended periods.
So just
of time.
you could take the tool, hit it with a Scotch Brite
I actually soaked the Scotch Brite
in the
in
solution.
the solution,
Right.
and it's soggy.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
just rub down the rusty tool.
Okay.
And then I just get the rag and I'll just wipe it off.
And then
it's a little messy when you go to use it the next time, but it's coated.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to.
So are you using just straight up tranny fluid, or are you putting some
I'm using
mystery fluid too?
I'm using straight up transmission fluid.
Okay. See, we learned something new, folks.
I do have some Marvel Mystery Oil.
Isn't that a good thing? Thanks, James. Because I always just like squirt them with the WD-40.
And that's water will take that right off.
Yeah, that's what it says. It's water displacement.
Yep.
Water displacement 40. So don't use WD-40. Use transmission fluid and a mix of
Marvel Mystery Oil.
Well, I got a bunch of that stuff. We used to pour that in our crankcase.
Like crankcase, gas tanks.
Yeah, gas tanks. Maybe I should try that with that gas tank. All right, everybody. I don't know about y'all, but like, it's so much fun coming to James's. First of all, look at my hands. I didn't have to work on anything today, which I'm okay with working on stuff. But today it was just a nice visit with our buddy James. James, thanks for showing us your shop. And I guess you've been here 2
years.
About 2 years now. And it's you guys know James. James is very meticulous, and he's very organized, and it's an inspiration to me to be better organized, and hopefully for y'all too. And again, somebody said in a comment, which is very true. on the last shop series, they said something along the line of, hey, if you're looking for a house, buy one with a shop already built, because he says the pricing on shops now has just gone crazy.
The only problem with that is if I was to do it myself, there's a lot of little other features that I would do. Future plans call for expanding. I'd like to get a lift. Obviously, there's not enough room in here for a lift. So I think I may build a second shop out there.
Oh, nice.
But my advice to people out there is it doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't take any money. Just organize your stuff. Just know where your stuff is. Makes it a lot easier when you're trying to do something where you know where your tool is or your parts are. Just stay organized, stay clean.
That's the best advice, the organization part, because it does make it I remember my grandfather had an old wheelbarrow, and that's where he kept all his nuts and bolts. So yeah, go find me one. Yes, sir. And I'd be, oh my gosh. Yeah. So I think I loved it because I was helping my grandpa, but at the same time, I think that's why I have nuts 8mm, 6mm, labeled because of that.
Well, that's my dad's old toolbox right there. Yeah, and that was all he had. Yeah. So all the sockets were thrown in there, all the wrenches were thrown in there. So if you're working on something, you pretty much got the toolbox and dumped it out. And spread it out, and okay, here's the ½ inch.
Well, the ½ inch. We knew we weren't working on Volkswagens using the ½ inch. Oh,
that was the old days.
That's the old days. Hey, everybody, thank y'all so much. And James, thank you for letting us visit today at our summer shop series. We really appreciate you opening it up for us today. And make sure you check us out at All Metric Garage. We need to come up with a Shinola shirt.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. We'll get Martin on that. Come on, Bearded Wonder. Chop, chop. Make sure you tell your aunts, tell your uncles, tell everybody you know about VW Life. It's what it's all about. We hope you guys are enjoying our summer shop series, and we will continue. And then, thank you very much, James, and y'all have a great day.